So I'm going to call the regular meeting of the Recreation, Parks and Cultural Affairs Committee together for December 11th, 2024. Roll call, we have Council Member Nicole Eady, Doug Sutton, and Dewan Wiggins and myself, so we have a quorum. Next is acceptance of the November 13th, 2024 minutes. I have a motion to accept. Do we have any changes first? Are there any changes? All right, Miss Edie.
Yes, just one change on page 6, number 5, and it's the first paragraph. Third sentence down. It says signs. It should say signs will be in English and Spanish.
Okay.
That's the only thing I saw. Thank you.
Okay. If there are no more corrections, all in favor to approve the November 13th, 2024 minutes as amended? All in favor? Dewan, I think that's a yes for you too?
I'm gonna abstain.
Oh, you weren't there?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Perfect. Next, is there anyone on for public participation? Jillian? Other than the folks
Everyone
have
that
agenda items?
I believe has an item on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Next, we're moving on to 6A, new business. And authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement for the use of Veterans Park and immediate surrounding grounds for JS Endurance for their Garavel Sono Half Marathon 5K and Kids Fun Run to be held on Sunday, October 5th, 2025 from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Setup time by 8 a.m. Saturday, October 4th, with tear down by 5 p.m. Approximately 1,200 people. Would someone move that item, please? Thank you, Mr. Sutton. Ken, you want to speak to that?
Sure. So good evening, Madam Chair. So this is the annual Stono Half Marathon event. As you're probably aware, we've had this for the last several years. It seems like we just got finished with this past event, and now we're looking to 2025 already. We do have the representative on, James Whipple, if you guys have any questions. For those of you not familiar with the event, but it's a pretty well-known event, and we have no issues with it. It brings a lot of people to the city of Norwalk.
Right. Hello, Mr. Whipple.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well, sir. Thank
Hey,
you. How are
James.
you?
Hey, Ken. I'm very good, thank you.
You want to tell us a little bit about this? I mean, we do.
Yeah.
Like
So next year will be year 11. Surprisingly, time is flying by, but another very successful year. As Ken said, we bring a lot of people to the city, obviously, have a very good handle on making sure that the residents know. It just seems like the last few years, knock on wood, no issues, no complaints. I mean, I'm sure there's people that get stuck in a little traffic, but being on a Sunday now, which has been for the last 4 or 5 years, and with all the notifications that go out, it just seems like we have a pretty good grasp on it. And it seems to be, people look forward to the event. We work with obviously a lot of local businesses and a lot of local charities, Open Door Shelter every year, Mid-Fairfield Child Guidance Center. I mean, I can name, 8 to 10 charities we work with every year. And, we're excited to continue the event and look forward to next year.
do we have any questions for Mr. Whipple? Comments? No. So I just have to say, Mr. Whipple, as someone who lives in South Norwalk, I have seen a difference. And that difference is I don't see anything. And so that's a good thing. I mean, we get through the neighborhood very quickly and easily. And I know I speak for folks, and I'm sure you've heard it. We're pleased at how this is working out.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you.
So that's a really good thing. So all in favor? Okay. Abstentions? Okay. Unanimous. Thank you so much. And have a good evening.
Thank you. Have a nice holiday.
You too. 6B, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to enter into an agreement for the use of Calf Pasture Beach, Taylor Farm, and immediate surrounding grounds by Norwalk Marine Manufacturers Association for their Norwalk Boat Show to be held on Thursday, September 18th, Friday, September 19th, Saturday, September 20th, and Sunday, September 21st, 2025, from 7 AM to 7 PM, approximately 13,500 people. Would someone move that item? Thank you, Ms. Edie.
So here we have the annual boat show, which is held over at Cove Marina. And we work in conjunction with the boat show organizers, and they utilize the parking at Calf Pasture and also Taylor Farm. It's worked well since I've been here, no issues. I'm in contact with the organizers. Josh Rosales and John Pritko are on if you guys have any questions or need further clarifications, or if you guys want to, say anything about your event.
Good evening, everyone. Just wanted to say thank you, you all. This is going to be our 50th edition of the show, so we're pretty excited about it this year. As you said, we're roughly about 13,000 people in attendance for the 4 days. With the help of the Parks Department, we've pretty much had a smooth couple of years with the agreement that we've had, and we hope to continue that.
I did you say 50?
50th year, yes.
Wow.
50th show.
That's a long time. You are a staple in the city. I mean, I don't know how else you put that. I mean, it just is 50 years of doing anything for anybody is a
Yeah.
long time. So what an amazing thing to say that we've had something like this in the city of Norwalk for 50 years. This is amazing. I don't know why
Thank
I
you.
find that so shocking, but that's a long. Mr. Pritko, is there something you wanted to share?
Oh, I think Josh pretty much covered it. Hopefully, Ken feels that he agrees with Josh's sentiment that things are going pretty smooth with the parking since we do the buyout, and that's what we're hoping to do again this
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
When you say 50 years, that means, I mean, what could go wrong? Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong, and it's been corrected and
Well,
has been perfected. So
Yes,
thank
sometimes
you.
history repeats itself.
Really well, and we're here to,
Right?
right? But this is a good thing. Anyone have any comments or questions? Great, all in favor? All right, I think. Yep. All right, Mr. Pritko and Mr. Josh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful holiday,
You do the same.
and I hope
as
we're
well.
all around September 2020. Right.
We will.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Have
guys.
a good night.
6C, authorize the mayor, Harry W. Rilling, to execute an amendment to the October 26, 2021 agreement between the city of Norwalk and Race Coastal Engineering for purchasing project 4154 design and permitting for replacement of Veterans Memorial Park public marina docks for a sum not to exceed $47,471 for construction administration services. Account numbers noted. Would someone move that item, please? Thank you, Ms. Edie.
So, Madam Chair, it's hard to believe it's been 3 years already since we approved the initial design company for the marina replacement down at Veterans Park. But we have been working on it for the past 3 years. We've been collecting funding from various sources. The latest was coming from a grant from the state of Connecticut. So we're excited about that. We're at the point now where we need to go out to bid. And part of the original contract was to use Race Coastal Engineering also for contract administration services. So we're coming back to you tonight for the approval for those administration services.
And so what's entailed in those services?
So what it was is, so they're the design firm.
Mhm.
So they completed the design of the marina, and now we're gonna go out to bid.
Okay,
So they're gonna be the firms that review the bids, make sure everything is per spec, and then also administer the construction process. So
great,
they're gonna oversee the construction of the docks for us, whoever the winning contractor is.
great. Do we have any questions for Mr. Hughes? Okay, all in favor? Okay, it's unanimous. And when will this start?
So we're hoping to bid late winter, and we would like to start for fall of 2025 after the boating season to be finished for spring of 2026 prior to that boating season.
Great.
So there's a little bit of a timing crunch, but we're confident, working with Ray so we can get it done.
6D, approve the use of Roten Middle School parking lot and immediate surrounding grounds by Boston Build-Up to be held on January 5th, 2025, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Approximately 150 people. Would someone move that item, please?
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Sutton. Okay,
So Madam Chair, we have Jim Gerwick on who wants to say a few words about this event.
hello, Mr. Gerwick.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, I mean, we basically just use the school and the parking lot and the driveway, so it's not really any fields or anything, but I guess it's parks and has the authority over the school. So it's been going on for 47 years. This will be the 47th year, so not quite as old as the boat show, but close.
Close, very close.
Yeah.
And Madam Chair, we do a few of these throughout the year, if you recall.
Yep. Yep. So do we have any questions? I think this is pretty simple. Any questions or comments? All right, all in favor? Okay,
Jim, thanks for coming on.
thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Have a good
Have
one.
a good holiday.
Yep, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. 6E, authorize the Mayor Harry W. Rilling to sign any and all documents required for the installation of a microforest at Meadow Street Park project number noted South Norwalk pavement to microforest urban resiliency project awarded through the Norwalk River Watershed Authority. Oh, would someone move this item, please? Thank you, Ms. Eby.
Thank you. So, Madam Chair, the Norwalk River Watershed Authority received a grant to install a microforest over at Meadow Street Park on Meadow Street. So this is authorization for the mayor to sign any documents that are going to be required for that partnership. We've been working hand in hand with Luis Washer and Lisa Shanahan. They were involved in picking the winning bidder, the design of the project. I mean, this is a really exciting project to have a microforest, kind of in the middle of South Norwalk. So I cannot wait to get this project started, which should be the fall of 2025.
Great. Yes, Ms. Eby.
Hi, thank you.
Hi.
Ken. I just wanted to know microforest. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Sure. So if you're aware of Meadow Street Park at all, there's a basketball court on Meadow Street Park. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove that basketball court. And in essence, a microforest is a very tight planting area. So we're doing 300 to 400 trees within that area. And the benefits are numerous, in terms of fixing drainage issues, air quality for the residents, decreasing light pollution, decreasing noise pollution. So it's a very dense planting in an urban setting.
Okay, that's great.
It's
Just
exciting.
want to know, is there
Yep.
a spot? I'm just asking because I don't
Sure.
know anything about a microforest, but a spot where there could be a bed where you can plant vegetables?
So we have to do a design of Meadow Street Park as part of this. So once the microforest is done, that is absolutely something we could talk about.
Thank you.
And I think you said how big it was going to be. How big is it?
It's the size of the basketball court. So I think it
Okay.
ends up being like 3,500 square feet.
Okay,
So I don't want to overspeak on this, but I think Lisa said it's going to be the biggest one on the East Coast.
wow. Wow. That's exciting.
It
That's
is. It
exciting.
really is.
Just-
Go ahead. No,
Yeah,
go
sorry.
right ahead.
No, ask
Just
me.
just to note, my bedroom was next to that park because
Oh,
that's
wow.
where I grew up. So,
Wow.
right, just thought I'd say that.
Excellent.
It's going to be exciting to see what it looks like after Meadows Gardens is redone.
I
And,
know.
it's going to be the real diamond in the rough because
It's gonna
we've
be
got to make
beautiful.
that area.
Yeah.
We've
because
got
we're
a
gonna-
lot
we're
more
gonna-
improvement to do.
Yep, we're gonna remove the chain link fence around the park. We're gonna add some, different benches. We're gonna remove that old pavement that's heaving by the tree roots. So we're gonna make it a nice little green space for South Norwalk.
Once we get rid of the junk across the street, it'll be a really nice place to want to sit and breathe fresh air. All in favor? Did we vote? Yes. Any abstention? Okay. Okay. Duan, are you voting? Okay,
I figured you would call on me because of previous conversations, but I'm for
okay. No, that's why I called you. I wanted to make sure you
it.
were okay with
Yeah.
it.
No, I figured you would. But no, I'm all set.
5, 6, 6, F. Approve the meeting schedule, approve the meeting schedule for Recreation and Parks and Cultural Affairs Council Committee for the 2025 calendar year. Meeting dates are as shown, identified. We're gonna move that item. All in favor? Yeah. That's removed it and approved it all at one time. They were all approved, right? So I think that is it. That
That is
concludes
it.
our agenda. I love it.
Yeah.
Very,
Guys,
very nice.
Thank you for your time. Everybody have a great holiday.
Me too.
True.
Ken, while we're still here though, are
Sure.
there anything going on that we should know about?
So we have our race down at Calf Pasture, this Saturday. So, as you know, we just did our tree lighting, we just did our breakfast with Frosty. We do have a family magic show the week between Christmas and New Year's, at City Hall. So people can register that through that, on the website. And now we're getting ready for spring events. So it's hard to believe that time just keeps on moving.
Yeah. I just have to say the department has really done a fantastic job in putting together programs that are family focused. It's been a long time coming, but this is really good. It's a good team of people and
Yeah, you guys should definitely take a look at our fall and winter brochure. I think you'd be amazed at the amount and different types of programming that we are now offering.
right,
And it's going to increase even more once we have our community center.
right. And I think the one thing then that we really have to look forward to, we're thinking down the road, is finding ways to support folks who might not be able to afford some of our things, although most are, there are a lot of free things, but setting up some sort of scholarship
Yeah.
or
And we're looking into that
program or
now.
just something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
something we're working on
We're
now.
working on that.
Mhm.
So I think this is all great stuff. So
Absolutely. And
Thanks
with
so
your
much.
help,
thank you.
we can't do
All
it without
right.
this committee.
Yep. Motion? Anybody man to make that motion? No?
They don't want to
Motion, go
leave. They don't want to
ahead.
leave. They don't want to leave.
Luan does it. Motion to adjourn. All right, guys. Good night.
Okay,
Good night,
take
happy
care.
holidays.
Thank
everybody.
you. Same to everybody.
Ew.